Hey, we're here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dream Team. And as you can see, the girls in pink. Again, we don't talk about what's going to be worn, but I definitely got the hit. Okay, just throw your pink T-shirt on, and then Nick comes on, and I went, "Oh, look at that!" So
First thing I
synchronicity.
got when I woke up, you've got to wear pink today.
Yeah, and like they're almost the same shade. It's quite remarkable. So there's obviously a lot of heart stuff going on. I feel this is a very much that beautiful divine feminine coming through. So yeah, which is awesome. But what have we got on with this? Oh, we've got our gorgeous Layla on. I know it's so late for you over there, honey, and thank you. It's nice to see you. And Dave sent through a dream, and we've got Joyce on, Jillian on, and I think that's all we've got in at the moment. And Marie. Hi, Marie. So yeah, welcome everybody. Oh goodness me, it's just been quite amazing, really. Like Nick and I were just talking about the synchronicities that are happening when we really fully, truly trust our intuition, which is what Nick was saying. It's like everything just flows. It's like you can, just I don't know. It's just like life becomes so simple, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And when you're in that flow and you recognize it, the universe will give you more, and your own spirit steps in as it's stepping in more and more. And it's guiding us the whole time now. It's great. And it is us. It's us doing it. It's our own
Yes.
spirit stepping in to do it. And that's another part of that intuition is being aware of that. That no one else is guiding me now. It's just me.
Yeah, that's it. And once we own that and we take full responsibility, that's when life changes.
Yeah.
So, it's
Yeah.
it's incredible. So, we've
Yeah.
got Carly on, Kim's on, and Sherry's on. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see our little family here.
Yeah.
So,
It
yeah,
is
but
lovely.
so it was interesting because my other beautiful friend Erin said I think she'd had a dragon dream as well, and I went, it's so interesting that dragons are coming up so much and dragonflies are coming up so much for people. So yeah, so I thought let's just pop it out there and just see. And I was sort of just sitting here contemplating before Nick came on and looking up dragon and dragonfly in my beautiful animal magic book, and I think I've told you the story how I had this dragonfly fly into my outside area and literally almost set my shoulder and was just. And then I rang Kylie to tell her, and she went, Marie, I've got a dragonfly right on my front door, like front gate, and it was incredible, the synchronicity. But then when I looked it up, it was saying that the dragonfly is a reminiscent of the dragon. So the beautiful shiny wings were part of the scales of the dragon. So we've had that energy around us. I feel now that we're merging more and more with other dimensions and realms. We can actually really connect strongly with them. I mean, we all have an inner dragon, which I really encourage people to just contemplate, meditate, and actually ask for it to come up and to reveal itself to us. You might have more than one. Check out the color, see if they give you a name. How does it feel? What does it look like? And that to me is very protective. So if I'm like driving and there's a car too close behind me, I just go dragging up. The next minute, that car's backed off. So, and they're just so powerful. They're very, very powerful spiritual protectors as well. So,
And
yeah.
we are in a time where the dragonfly, which is representative of this quantum leap that we're making from one way of being to another, it's huge. And it's just something that's naturally occurring within us in our genetic makeup. And I'm seeing that happen. I'm seeing it happen externally. But what's more importantly, it needs to happen first internally for you then to be able to see the reality of what you want to create out there. So, yeah, I think we're all tapping into it a bit. And just on that dragonfly thing, Marie, I was in the pool and I had someone else with me in the pool and I'm swimming around and a dragonfly flies in and I thought I was completely in my own zone. I think they were talking to me, but I wasn't listening. And I thought, I wonder if I start humming, if the dragonfly will pick up on that frequency. Sure enough, as soon as I started humming, it came straight towards me and it was just sitting there hanging. And so I guess I stopped and I was just practicing. I thought I'm going to do that more often now, just to hum and see if it calls it in even more because it's connecting with my frequency. So I love that because they must feel it very easily with their wings as well.
Of course. That's beautiful. What a great idea. So we can be humming with dragonflies. I love it. So, and
And so
maybe even, okay, what I just got then as well, before we read Layla's, was as we're humming, we can also ask the dragon energy to come through from the dragonfly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So connect into that dragon aspect. So
yeah,
I love that too.
Totally. It's funny when you get a little hit to do something like that. You think, why did I even think of doing that? But once again, we're driven to do things now. There's something inside that's giving us that direction. Yeah. So lovely, Layla. Thanks for joining us, Layla. I love how you come in from so far away. It's awesome. So it says, no dreams about dragons, but I saw one late night in March 2018 from the balcony of my mum's apartment. It was a greyish, floppy and quite dirty white in its wings. I only caught it for 4 seconds and it floof sound, then gone. Oh, like poof or something. It's one of those things in afterthought you can't believe you actually saw, but I did.
Isn't that amazing?
You are in the realm of fantasy up there, aren't you? And it's not fantasy.
They're in the other realm, and because our realms are merging, and we are, like, we're universal beings. We're multiversal beings, and so we can tap into that now, and it's easier probably for them to come. And I would say, again, this is, everyone has a different experience because we all have a different frequency, and yet probably people with a similar frequency would be experiencing this. And this is why I love these sort of groups, because we can all start trusting that, hey, we're not crazy. There are actually these amazing mythical beings in different realms.
Exactly. I mean, I did have a dragon dream where I asked a dragon to come in. I think it was a dream, or it might have been a meditation. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was a dream. And mine was an emerald dragon, very small, or not small, tiny, like a small in terms of dragon size, and beautiful emerald. But the scales were all of that iridescent, opalescent color, and it was just love. It was just full of love. There was something really beautiful about it. Yeah, there's nothing evil about the dragon that I have.
No, they've been depicted in a way that's not good. It was, and funny talking about it. My beautiful client that I was with, I just did a 24-hour shift, and he had on, How to Train Your Dragons, that movie last night. And I was going, oh, isn't this just like a little bit interesting that we're talking about dragons tomorrow? Very funny.
That is funny. So Gillian says, I had a beautiful dragon where a dragon turned a bright green jade color in front of me. Yay.
So that green coming through, hey?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, Tony's on as well. Hi, Tony. Yeah, Tony, look, we were just saying before, like, as soon as Nick got on, I just went, oh, here we go. We don't talk about anything, what we're talking about, what we're wearing. We just both get the hit to do it. So it's real heart. I feel this is real beautiful, divine, feminine heart energy today.
It is actually.
Christina's on.
Tony, that's awesome. Okay, I've got to show you this now because we're just so onto the dragon thing. So I don't know which order to put in, but this is how the synchronicities work, so I'll try to make it as synced as possible. Now, I did have a dream, and it ties in as well, but first of all, so yesterday I've been doing a lot of painting. So yesterday, and I posted this on my Instagram, so it proves that I haven't done this, and there's no when you coordinate thoughts and ideas, but this was happening in the background. So I thought, I'm just going to go up there and I'm not going to have a plan. I'm just going to start painting and drawing. Anyway, so this is what I was compelled to paint. And what it is, it represents the light coming in. That's our inner light. And our inner light is the thing that's been healing through the shadow and all the work we've been doing. And it's slowly penetrating that, and it's coming out. And that was that feeling I was getting while I was doing it. And even the way I was being guided to it, start with the yellow, start with the middle bit, then build it up. It needs a stronger energy inside, that stronger light. Anyway, so this morning when and I saw the dragon comment on the show, and I went, oh, right, okay, that's really cool. So I better pull a dragon card. So before I show you the dragon card, I'll show you the back of the deck.
Oh, wow, that's really similar, isn't it? So it's got the alchemy symbol, it's got that light coming through. Wow.
Exactly.
So it's like the infinity symbol with it as well.
That's right. And the card that I pulled is the crystal yellow dragon. So that colour seemed to be really present and wanting to come through. So I don't know if you can read that there.
Yes. So it says, open you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. walk the higher spiritual path. Now, it's so fascinating that that's come up because so many people have been getting headaches, have been having aspects, especially like with Kundalini coming up and getting that pain exploding through their head. I've had so many people commenting on this. And this is last week, what did we get? We got meditation and crown chakra. Oh, no, it was life purpose, but it's going through that crown chakra still. So I don't know how everyone's been feeling around their head, if they've been getting sudden sharp headaches or any sort of tingling soreness. There's definitely a lot of movement going through here, through to our oversoul and direct source as well. So I'd love to know how people have been feeling around that. So that is perfect, what you've actually just pulled and what you've been painting.
I know. And also I got, we had 2 currawongs land in the front garden here, and it's very unusual. We don't get currawongs at all.
So currawongs, if people don't know what they are, they're beautiful big birds. They look a little bit like magpies, but they've got more brown in them. That's right, isn't it? And they have a different sound.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of a white they can have white, just a speck of white on them. And they have the most beautiful song. But whenever I see a blackbird, blackbirds to me always indicate intuition, wisdom, transcendence. And so I saw that those 2 birds, and they're hopping around, and they were being really, their behaviour is different as well. Yeah. And I know that there's messages in it. And I thought, oh, well, I'll pull an animal spirit card this morning, and I know it's not a currawong, but you're not going to believe what I pulled. The crow
spirit, absolutely. Yeah, and co-create with spirit. And the crow spirit, the crow is white magic, which is all about the intuition, the psychic abilities, the connection into that realm. So this is it. You can't make this stuff up. No. If you're meant to be getting messages, I'm finding that as well, Nick. I'm getting them through nature, through like what we perceive and see in our reality, but also through cards or just through conversations even is really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Things will just pop up, and and I sometimes have to take a breath because it still surprises me, and that's what I love about it. It's like having those nice surprises.
Yeah. So Tony's
I had a headache like you described. I thought maybe I needed more water because I never get headaches.
Yes. No, it's definitely this really big shift. And I even had one. I never get headaches either, Tony, and it was really sharp. And I was going, oh my gosh. But I feel this is a real shift coming up through all our sacred spine, I'm going to call it, and up through the chakras and opening more and more and more. It's rewiring our brains and our neural pathways as well. So it can really hurt. And I've heard this from so many people. So no, and sure, dehydration can often, cause headaches, but this felt so different to if I was a bit dehydrated. This was really more intense, and it went, but it was like, whoa, okay, I'm taking notice of this.
Yeah.
So you're not alone. You're not alone. So don't panic.
Carly says, I've seen crows every day since I moved 3 days ago.
Yeah. So they do. They sort of, and they very, very territorial crows as well here. So yeah, because we do get some ravens, but not as many. Would you agree with that, Nick? I've seen only a couple of ravens.
Yeah. Definitely. It's not a thing here, but for me, it's the same animal incarnated into a slightly different or a variation, more suited to our environment. Yeah, same meanings. They're all the same meanings. Those blackbirds. They're awesome to have around. Yeah, but once again, they were demonized a little bit, weren't they?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because they're spiritual. Because I believe that they carry messages from source. I really do believe that from God. I do feel that they do that. I remember I was really young. I was only 17, and this guy I really liked, he was 19. He was from America, and he was actually killed in a car accident in my hometown where he was living for a year or two. And I had this sort of dream, but I knew I was awake, and I had a crow come to my windowsill in my sleep, but I could hear it, I could feel it. And then it took me to almost like the next plane, and it showed me what was there, because I was, quite upset with this person leaving who was so young. So yeah, so crows to me have always been a messenger as well. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes. So Tony drank water because you thought it was that. Yeah, not that, just that at all. So
yeah, I've had those sharp sort of pains here as well. just for maybe a minute or two, and I'm thinking, well, I never get headaches. I'm not a headache person. But just this, like, what's that? What's that? And I'm fully aware now of what it is. It's just a passing thing. And as I say, we're rewiring, so we're going to have that aspect coming in for us for sure. And so, Tony, I have crows and ravens all on and around my house every day. They play with my dogs.
That's amazing. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Where I used to live, where I've just moved from, we used to have a lot of crows, and they would sometimes just scare away all the other birds when they were getting really narky. One day they even had a go at me when I went down into the yard where the pool is. And I stopped and I went, no, we're going to have a chat. So I did a meditation with them and went into their higher self. And I said, that's off bounds to you now until you learn to behave. And so they stopped. And I mean, I would sometimes get a white owl that would come and sit in the palm tree right near my bedroom early in the morning. And then I'd hear this raucous, and of course, owls and crows are mortal enemies, literally. So these crows would go this owl. So I would just be there energetically trying to stop it. So the owl would fly off. They would chase it. But yeah, so twice I had a white owl land outside my bedroom window in the palm tree.
That's very Hogwarts, Marie.
Like, I don't think we get a lot of white owls around here. Like, it was weird. I knew it was weird, and I was just going, okay, what's your message? I'm tuning in. So yeah.
And they carry wisdom. Both those birds carry messages of wisdom, and using our intuition to tap into our wisdom, that knowledge that we have, our inner knowing. And I think that's what that white light was. When we tap into our inner light, it helps us to tap into our own intuition more and more. So we need to embrace it now, because the frequencies are sitting there waiting for us to match them.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And they'll just more and more and more, it will just happen. It'll just become so normal for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
So, yeah. I wonder if I can find it. I wanted to know if anyone, with those cards we pulled last week on our own sacred journey, on our own soul path, if anyone actually had a chance to tap into that soul. It wasn't soul healing, it was soul path, wasn't it? It was really interesting. So I'll try and find the card and see if anyone actually got to do it. Let us know if you did. So when I was actually just pulling the cards, I was getting told exactly what I'm doing and what I'm choosing for myself is perfect. It's like, life purpose. There it is. Of course, it was the last one. That light coming in, like, exactly.
Funny. Yes, I certainly drew that. I mean, I drew that light. There's no doubt about it. I painted it.
Yeah. So I'd be really intrigued to know if anyone, had the time or had an opportunity to even tap into that energy. So,
exactly.
Wow. Okay. So, today we've had Dave send us a dream, so we can look at that one first if we like. But if anyone else has had dreams or any weird, wonderful little experiences or synchronicities, or have had a thought and they're not sure, if they want to just chat about something, just throw it up on the comments. That's what we're all here for. So let's go back to Dave's dream to start with. So, here we go.
Okay. Hi, Dave. I know you're not on, but living in huts near a riverbed. In the river, a couple of crocodiles live and come out to sunbathe. Above the huts, there is a zip line we can use to fast travel between the city and our small village. There is a rope bridge with old boards on it that I used to go into the city, where I was talking to someone about renewing the boards because a big rat was chewing on them. On my way back to my hut, I've seen some holes in the boards, so I gathered some tools and began to change most of the boards.
Interesting. Shall I put up Dave's meaning first? What he actually, I love this, that he's deciphered, which is just beautiful. I might put that up first, and then we can have a little discussion around this.
Yeah.
So,
because straight away, when anyone reads it or hears it, they're going to get their own intuition.
Of course, everyone has their own archetypes and what it means for them.
Yeah. So Dave says the crocodiles are really old animals and powerful, coming out of the water, which is emotions. And sunbathing might mean I'm giving energy to some old emotions. The zip line and the rope bridge are two ways to get to the destination. but it looks like I'd rather do the slower one, which is fine because there is some work to be done on it. And who knows what excitement of surprises can it bring. Oh, that is so wonderful, Dave.
Isn't that just such a great interpretation of the dream? And everyone's different. You're absolutely spot on. And I love it. You've looked at all your animal message. You've looked at the water. You've looked at the travel aspects as to how you get from your beautiful small town to the city. And the rats. Now, this was interesting as well, that the rats came up, that they were eating the bridge, or you needed to repair it because of rats. So I wonder, let's have a look and see what rats mean in our Betty Bethard's book, our dream book. EQR for rat. Rat. Okay, now, Dave, this is interesting because I had a feeling this was going to be important. So the rat is betrayal of self. It can be judging others. It can be gossiping, letting things gnaw away at you. Identify the problem and work to correct it. So maybe the fact that you are still taking this slow bridge and it's become very comfortable for you to do that, is there something there that you do need to just do some contemplation and look at, and then decide if it's time for you to do the zip lining. Crocodiles as well, because my archetype was actually crocodile when I did my mystery schools. And crocodile is, the word for crocodile is archetype, which is really interesting. So let me have a little look here in our crocodile, in a book of crocodiles. Crocodile. Here's our crocodile. So they're the largest surviving lizards. They are ancient, unique, and extremely intelligent reptiles that can live up to 100 years. The crocodile is a master of stillness, and it can remain submerged beneath the water's surface for up to an hour without rippling it. So the Aboriginal Australian stories say that the crocodile is an ancestor from the dream time. Ancient Egyptians believed Nile crocodiles to be sacred. They were worshipped to gain protection and strength. So crocodile is an ancestor spirit and patron of the pharaohs. With this card, you could be waiting to give birth to new ideas. It can also be around fertility or conception of a child. It's whatever feels right. So you could be dealing with family issues. You could be actually doing the advisement to loved ones about personal problems. You could be resolving conflict issues within your family or circle of friends. Crocodile teaches you to still yourself and see what is really going on for you and those around you. It gives you the maturity and wisdom to become stronger and to have the inner resources to deal with current issues in such a way that a newfound respect and deeper level of understanding is obtained. It helps with your instinctual abilities and gives you the power to protect or influence loved ones with advice or work colleagues. So you can intuitively see the true nature. It also talks about inherited patterns of personal and universal significance. So within your subconscious. So I feel that there's something in there, Dave, for you to go in and have a look at maybe. So, and it's fine if you want to just keep using that bridge, that's no problems. But the rats, something is actually maybe needing to have a little look at. That's all. So I don't know. What are you getting with that one, Nick?
Well, I actually got that by him bringing this up and also having this in his dream time, that work is already being done, like it's in the process. And the purpose of the rats nibbling away is that it's actually there to destroy the bridge so you can go the zip line now. It's the path has been created, like it's been the path has been removed from you so you can take it the alternate or the new way of looking at something or doing something. But sure, and I definitely feel that it's connected through that ancestral line. But I really feel that dream was something would have worked through it for you.
Yeah.
And now it's just the, what do you call that, aftershock?
Yes, it's okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it differently. Oh, uncomfortability. Who am I? Oh, I don't know. I'm changing. That sort of feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And we have to do it because we have to embody what is happening in our other reality in the dream world, which is a higher state of being, bodiless being, and we have to bring it into here. So, yeah, that's a great dream, Dave. Excellent. Nice interpretation too.
Yeah, it was really good. And the other thing with dragonflies, if we want to bring that aspect into Dave's dream, they are all about clarity and moving through dimensions. And so this could be you getting more clarity as well for yourself through that dream, as Nick said.
Very much so.
Yeah. Oh, so Marie did do some work. Beautiful.
So Marie says, I tried to get an understanding of my life purpose, even tried with water, but I'm not getting anything. Even water did nothing. I feel I'm not to know more yet. I've done a lot of ancestral healing. Yeah. And myself, and maybe ancestral is part of it.
Which is the crocodile, which is, yeah, absolutely. Sometimes us just being here, I feel, is our actual true soul purpose. Just who we are, holding this beautiful frequency, bringing in this new energy, tapping into the energy lines and healing and clearing lineage. Just so it's because I know that we can actually shift and heal other lifetimes and other realms. It's from this moment in time.
Yeah. So, and if you want to have a bit of a play, Marie, it might be worth you going and having a look at Richard Rudd's work. He does a lot to do with your genetic template. He's very spiritual. He had it downloaded. Didn't know what to do with it for a long time, but you can go in and you can put in your details of your birth time, date, etc., and it will actually give you a template. And on that one of the main pathways actually leads to your life purpose. And it will break into your shadow, your gift, and into the city. And it's fascinating for everyone because it not only talks about your life purpose, it'll talk about your life's work, your radiance, like what makes you healthy, your love life. It's because we're all unique, but we're actually not. So you'll see other people in the world that have got a very similar template as well to yours. It just, you make it different because you're holding a different body and you're coming with inherited genes as well. So yeah, it's a good one to look at. So Richard Rudd, and then you can go in and look.
I'm going to pop it into the actual the comments.
Yeah, it's called The Gene Keys.
And it's by Gene Keys.
And it's by Richard Rudd. R-U-D. Yeah, brilliant.
And is it a website?
Oh, Rudd, not Rod. Yeah, Rudd.
Yeah. Is it a website?
And he has a website, and then he has a free every 6 days. He has a thing called the Pulse, and you listen to it, and it will pick one of the 64 genes in our body of what we may be focusing on in our lifetime here. You don't have all 64 to focus on this lifetime, but you probably they're all relevant because we've got them all in us. So it's the most fascinating thing. And the reason I bring it up is because actually Shanna, who's put in a dream, did a reading for me on my Akash, and there was something that came up about my life purpose, and what I'm currently doing in my real world now is exactly that. It's so uncanny. It's perfect, actually, absolutely perfect. So if you want a bit more direction, it might be enough to spark something within you to start remembering and leading you down that path. I'm just going to switch on my battery here because I forgot.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and Kim, yeah, so Nick, you noticed that it was genetics in the painting, and so I saw the DNA aspect of that too. Which is really,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes when you're the one doing the painting, you don't often see more into it. So
no, exactly.
Yeah. So
Nick,
where is it?
Yes. Yeah, and that reminds me of a dream I had. I was in school and there was a white rat and I screamed and no one believed me that's what I saw. I was so mad.
So, I mean, and what's school about? You know, school's a lot of lies and things in school. So that rat's saying, hey, there's something going on here that's, you know, have a look at it. Yeah. So interesting. So
worrying about what other people believe or what other people think, which is our truth or not. Now we're starting to drop that and we're just being very comfortable in what we believe ourselves, and people will catch up.
Absolutely. So this is what Gillian's been experiencing.
I have been having some really hard conversations with people that I can trust on what I perceive, on what needs to happen to heal lineage. Yeah, great. And then instead of micromanaging, I let them do what they need to do. I trust that we are all trying to heal the same things. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's beautiful. So, well, there you go. So if anyone wants help with that, with their soul purpose, I love that. And it's in the notes there. I might even pop it in underneath afterwards for people.
I do warn you, it is the most intriguing thing. And as I say to people, if I could go back and teach one thing to students, it would be this.
Wow, that's really saying something, because you're a teacher, weren't you, for quite a while? So
it's a huge thing. Which is enormous. Yeah, really good. And I've not met anybody that I haven't introduced it to that haven't just been blown away by it. Like, it literally cracks them open.
Wow, that's really cool. So yes, I think I'll check it out as well, Marie. So
and yeah, we'll talk about, he's quite famous for talking about gene key 55, which is the dragonfly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so this is just triggered something for me. Of course, we have that key within us. Of course, we have the dragon and dragonfly within us, because we have our own inner dragon, which is basically our source energy. It's the most powerful energy within us. So of course we do. And I think, you know, Nick, you're right. When we start absolutely owning everything, we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, or whichever way you want to look at it. Once we start absolutely owning we are everything, then that's when it starts to appear. It's when we have the experiences of it.
Yeah, exactly. And we're here to show that in this group by talking about it and having these examples come through. Yeah.
Oh, Shanna's on. Hi, Shanna.
We were just talking about you. Did you hear your ears burning?
She must have heard you. Nick was talking about the reading you did, and the soul purpose and how she's been working with that. So because we're talking about dragons, dragonflies, and then all of these great dreams are coming up, and everything's so relevant.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shanna, did you send me a dream? Which one did you send?
At the very top. It's at the top.
Wasn't that Layla?
No, that's Shanna.
I haven't got it. Can you read it out? I don't have it.
Yeah. So I'm just reading it from the comments. The dream was, this is Shanna's dream. So I was at a party with a small group of people.
Slow down a little bit, Nick. Nick, a little bit slower. And
basically felt a little out of place and was doing more observing. But then this woman was getting a group of her friends together to discuss ghosts and dead people, etc. Then her husband, he happened to be Asian, that stood out, but don't know if that made any difference or was important. He started making fun of her and started telling and belittling her, saying, "You shouldn't be talking about this. It's wrong," something like that, and complaining and picking on his wife. She was kind and a little meek and didn't say anything. Her friends just stood there and didn't say anything. I stood up and walked towards him, looked right at him and said, "She is a sovereign being and allowed to do whatever she wants. You don't have the right to tell her what she believes," and told him a few other things. I can't remember. He started to talk back a little, but then he started to back down. The more I wouldn't back down and say something to the effect of, well, I don't get it. I don't understand why they need to believe this. Something to that effect. I started to get more spiritual words on him and say other things like, it doesn't matter, who cares what she believes, it doesn't matter in the end, there's nothing good or bad about it. I don't remember, I think I threw in some more spiritual words in there and he just started to back down a bit and everybody was kind of surprised. The wife was a little surprised and I remembered right before I stood up, I had such confidence before I walked towards him and I was just not having his attitude. That was the end of the dream. Now it may have something to do with what happened at work that day. I was dealing with a male co-worker who had a confrontation with me and I kind of basically told him he had ego and a few other things to the extent of having a macho attitude. Not sure if there's a correlation, but it was just very interesting because when I woke up, I felt like I was standing my ground and I was not allowing any of that ego, especially to me, that male ego, to be allowed. So I'll just loop back to the top bit. She was at a party with a small group of people. She felt out of place. She was mainly observing. And then this woman got up to talk about ghosts and dead people.
I love that. And Shanna, I don't know, but straight away, if you're on, let us know what you got from it. But I think you're right with what you're saying, because it's so easy. As a female, I know myself, I for ages, male authority figures, it's almost like subconsciously they had power over me. And once I broke through that, it was like, I don't stand for any of that rubbish now. And it's different. So I feel you've actually gone through a bit of an initiation here, and you're actually able to speak your truth. You're able to stand up and just go, no, hang on a minute. And the fact that in the dream they were talking about ghosts and dead people, maybe this is something that has been in your past, that you've just let people walk over you, or you haven't spoken your truth, and which is so understandable. We all have to learn how to do that. So yeah, I really feel this is you knowing that another level you've shifted, and you now empowered around conversations and communication. So I don't know how that sits with you. So Nick, what did you get?
I actually got that she's meant to, Shanna, you're meant to know this now, because this is one of those codes and keys you hold, because you're able to influence others through it as well. Yeah. And I think that's why we have those experiences in our other lifetimes, so we can actually learn enough that we can actually educate and grow together with people, because we all have it in us. But you know, my role is to do one thing. Shanna's role would be to do a slightly different thing. So her role here is, I think, to be able to, like she said it in there, it was beautiful. It was like, it doesn't really matter whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. It's really more bringing awareness to the fact that we've had this thing called an ego, and it's had a role to play, but it went too far. It started interfering with our own real essence, our willpower.
Yes.
And I think you did it in a way that you didn't try to battle it and force it. You just stood your ground, and then you explained why. And I think that's a skill that you must have, you know, that's coming to the front now.
Part of your purpose, maybe. So part of your true purpose, which is what we've been also talking about from the card from last week. Yeah. So I love that. And, you know, I feel also here, Shanna, if you actually took some time and just stopped and contemplated and meditated and tapped in to that aspect of yourself that has that beautiful, empowered, and yet such clear communication, and just see what comes up for you, see how it presents itself for you. So because we have to own it, so you have to own it, thank it, all of that. So interesting, isn't it? Oh, here we go. This is Shanna's popped something up.
Yes, I agree with you guys. I still have to have a further confrontation with this co-worker. So I think maybe it's about continue standing up for myself. Yeah. And you'll do it with grace, though. You will exude. It's like your psyche now will be saying, hey, no, I don't put up with this anymore. I don't attract this anymore. So things like that will get just so much less and less in your life anyway. Yeah. So another thing you can do, which is coming to me, is you could also, again, contemplate, meditate, go through your higher self, speak to their higher self, and just go, no, you know what, this is resolved now. Let's just find a solution to move forward. So that's another way of working with it too. Yeah, exactly. And whatever the result will be the result for their timeline. May not necessarily be yours, because that's one thing I've also learned a lot with dealing with people, is that I'm there to seed something in them. I'm not there to necessarily see the full outcome. That's for them to be doing.
Yeah. Yes. And also, and the other thing is, like, I think it was last Tuesday when I was on with the Lisa, I'd had these neighbours over the back that had been really noisy. They were arguing in another language. It was really, the energy was very raw. And anyway, they started up again when I was on with the Lisa, and I just went, no, not on my watch. I'm not shutting my door because you're having an argument. So I just went, no, and I sent the gargles over there, and bang, they stopped, and they haven't argued since. So I get your gargles out as well. Have them come in and protect you until you feel really solid within yourself with these situations. They can still be a little bit daunting and trying to find the right words in a hurry. You know, so taking that breath, bring your gargles up and let yourself be really securely sort of protected, and so you can drop into your wisdom is probably another way to do it as well. But I do it a few ways, so you can play with it and you can see how it actually works for you.
And remember, we all hold a unique and distinct frequency type. So we don't even have to open our mouth.
Mm.
Being present and just having that connection, like Marie says, because I use that technique a lot, speaking to people's higher, their spirit basically. But we can just do it by being there, by just being here. We are influencing the change that's taking place. So yeah, even if you never know how to do something, just trust that if you tap into your own frequency, it will emanate out for the right reasons.
Totally. Wow. So I forgot. Jasper wanted to say hello to everybody today.
Hello, Jasper.
Yep. And I'm just getting the hit that he can. He wants to also connect us more in with the dragon realm. So I'm going to let Jasper do that with us now if people are keen. So I mean, we can all do this as a little meditation if we like. And so instead of I'll pull a card later, but I feel that this could be really beneficial for us all. So all right, so if you're sitting, just again have your feet beautifully firmly planted on the ground. Let yourself just drop into your body. Nice big breath in. As you breathe out, just let your eyes slowly, quietly, gently close. Another breath in, and this time, as always, we go into that beautiful heart space wherever it is for you. And just see, sense, or feel that white light birthing deep within the heart space. Allow it to expand, clearing any pain, any blocks, gently rippling through. And then through your whole body into every cell. And this white light of consciousness then begins to move into your energy field, releasing any cords, hooks, or ties that no longer serve you or whoever they're connected to. And as this white light continues to flow through you, you start to feel a real sense of peace coming in. And just allow your crown chakra to open now, to be fully connected into source, to that divine wisdom, divine energy that is within you too. Now Jasper's just going to take us through into the realm of dragons. So you can either tap in through source or have Jasper be almost like a little bit of a mirror, just to help us to see things more clearly. And as you peer through almost like clouds, you can see into this amazing realm. You can feel the electricity of the magic in this realm. What do you see? What does the landscape look like? Are you seeing dragons? What colors are they? What are they doing? And then just gently connect into the dragon within yourself. And see what color that dragon is. And then allow the dragon within you to move through and merge into this dimension of dragons, this realm of magic. Because you belong here, we belong here, we are dragons. What interaction are you having with other dragons here? What wisdom is coming through to you? What do you remember? Just enjoy some time and space in this magical dragon realm. Really connecting in deeply to that inner dragon that is you. And now see if there is a message for you from your beautiful dragon. Feel the protection and the love coming through, knowing that this is within you, always. And as you gently, gently start to come back from that dragon realm, just allow your dragon to come back within you, deep within where it resides. As you come back into the here and now, and just wriggling your toes and gently coming back into your body. Make sure your wings are tucked away. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Wow. How did you go, Nick? And I want everyone, if you want to share, pop up what you experienced, what color your dragon was, what you were seeing. Be really, really beautiful to share that. So, Nick.
Thanks, Marie. Thanks, Jasper.
Jasper, that was Jasper's idea.
Very, very high energy there, but a beautiful, not a forceful energy. But I saw the dragon come in, and it was shaping and it was forming the lands. It was the land, but it was also forming lands. But then we were co-creating with it. That's where the rider concept comes in. We're doing this together, and then eventually mine was orange. It started yellow, then white, yellow, orange, and then as I understood what it was doing, it then came back down inside myself. It was interesting because that's where you then took the meditation, and it rested. It curled up around me. When it curled up around me, it turned into my emerald green dragon, and it was very peaceful and very relaxed. It was like you can sit there, and it's in a good space right now, and just sits there. It comes up when it needs to do its work, and it will go back in and rest and relax. It was just a lovely meditation, Marie. Thank you.
I know, and it was so interesting because I saw through the clouds straight away, and this beautiful red dragon came through, and then I could feel the frequency, and I could see the mountains and see the land, and they were all moving. You're right, they were undulating and moving, and I didn't pick up that that's the creating they were doing. And then but it did come to me, some of us are riders as well as dragons, like there's both. So that came up too, which is good. I'm glad you brought that up. So, yeah, wow. So let's have a look and see what people experienced.
So beautiful. My dragon was iridescent pink. Yay, Christina.
You like what we're wearing? Would that be right, Christina? I love it. Love it. Christina, I wonder if you can tap into your baby, because Christina's pregnant. I wonder if you can tap into your baby's dragon for us. Just gently drop in and see if your baby, if you know, they can share their dragon. That would be fun.
Oh wow, that's a fun idea.
Fun.
Idea. I can feel that in you too, that iridescent pink of your dragon.
Oh, in Christina, absolutely. Yeah, very much. So, and this from Jillian.
And I had a friendly, sweet black dragon who was just smiling at me. I was disappointed as I wanted him to be green.
That's so funny, Jillian. But remember black, what is black? Black is the void. Black is where we do all of our healing and letting go and surrendering, and then that's where we create from. So you've got everything in that black.
Exactly. I've got the black dragon. I've got the dragon deck here, and I'm just going to look up the black dragon. It says cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. So it's a 5th dimensional black dragon. They're very powerful.
Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? Can you show it? Have you got it there or no?
I'm going to find it.
You've got to find it in there. So, yeah, but, you know, dragon is divine will as well. So,
there he is. And he's got the emerald there in the middle. It's
look
the
at
emerald
that. So he has got the emerald there. And you might find that there's other aspects of the dragon that come through they look like a different dragon as well. And I find it's really interesting. Sometimes I find when people have more than one dragon that the colors are like complete reverse of each other, like purple and green, I think are complete opposite spectrum. So this is sometimes what happens for people is they get those complete opposite spectrums with their colors.
Well, the guidance actually is saying to rest and relax because you're germinating something within you. You're going to have some creative projects, divine projects, ideas. Yeah, so it's about seeding and letting it happen. And I saw so many together in between cliffs and mountains, and the message was community, togetherness, sharing time together is important. Oh
It's
yeah.
beautiful, and that's exactly what I saw. It was in between the mountains, and they were all doing this. So that's so fascinating. We're all in that realm. Yeah. So Kylie,
Was it a? She said iridescent pink one. I'm seeing there's one
yeah,
there.
I'll read this if you like. If you want to keep looking.
Yeah.
So Kylie said that was very cool. 2 dragons, and I could ride them or call them to me. Perfect, Kylie. Yeah, I knew there was some riders. I've been a rider as well. They were emerald green and blue, and scales were iridescent. Be free and use your power. I love it.
That is cool.
So cool. So, and Kim, here we go. What does Kim experience? So, Kim
I had a
baby. Oh, you can read it. Yeah, you're up.
a baby dragon who's purple with an orange spine. We jumped in the water and swam holding hands. Then I carried her on my back. She said, "Keep going, you can do it." And then she said she would stay on my crown to help me through the heartbreak I'm feeling from my doggy passing.
That's beautiful. So that's another way they can support us is through healing that grief and that heart pain as well. So that's so beautiful. And I love 2 colors, and this is what can happen as well. Like I said, they can have those 2 really quite different
Yes.
colors coming through them. So
And those
that's
colours are called complementary colours.
yeah,
And
complementary.
they're complementing each other too.
Yeah,
You know,
and if we look at the colors and we look at also where we would associate them in the chakras, that's also another interesting thing to do. So purple is your third eye, and orange is your navel or your sacral chakra. So that's really cool. And the fact you're in the water, emotions. So this is the healing of your emotions as well, Kim, which is so
yeah,
beautiful. Supportive.
yeah.
So yeah, we can take them anywhere. Our dragons, they can take us anywhere. So
And I did find the rose pink dragon in here, and it's all about connecting to your higher heart and the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. And that doesn't surprise me actually for you, Christina, because when you are pregnant, there's a whole new being
yeah,
that's inside of you that is carrying that high frequency, that vibration. So you get to emanate it out. Lucky you.
well, I remember from when Christina had William, like right at the very end, she was saying all the gifts you were experiencing, Christina. I remember this, like the psychic thing, the connecting. Yeah, so you get to enjoy it. So yeah, make the most of it.
And just for some visuals, there are 3 pink dragons in this deck, and they all represent obviously different things, but there's that harmony there. To me, I'm seeing, this beautiful, this is the rose pink one that I was just talking about, that heart energy. And then there's this other one here, which is the Kuan Ying's pink dragon.
Oh, heart again, all heart.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. So, oh, you're not going to believe it. This card's come up again. I just thought I'll pull one now. Meditation. It looks like it's come up again. This is like the 3rd or 4th time this card's come up. So this is number 32. So I feel we're all meant to be just taking a little bit of time out. And even if we're just sitting somewhere, we can just contemplate, just drop into our heart and just contemplate, connect into beautiful source, connect into our divine wisdom, to whatever you call it, Jesus, I don't care, whatever it is. But it sounds like it's really important at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting. Oh, my goodness. Okay, and Christina.
My baby's dragon was a turquoise with purple. Whoa.
Wow. That's pretty cool. So smaller. Yeah, wow, that's really cute.
That's lovely. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And you were just talking about that, Marie, about that card coming up, and it's so true, is because I did have a dream night before last, and it was connected to everything that's been happening around and this imagery that I'm getting from animals and my painting. But I was driving on a mountain ridge in a 4-wheel drive. I had my partner in the passenger seat. So I was the controller. I was in the wheel, and I was taking full control over the direction in which I was driving. And I had other people, friends in the back seat as well. And when I was driving, I remember consciously looking at myself going, I don't think I've ever done this sort of thing before. And so I'm up on this ridge, it's really high mountain, and I'm just effortlessly driving, quite not chaotic, but just like, I'm not going to make a mistake. I'm just flowing so easily into and it's like a sand and an ochre colour, and the ridge falls off in deep sections, but I wasn't at all worried, nor was anyone else. And I thought, oh man, I've got this. This is so cool. Just driving. And then all of a sudden I went, no, it's time to stop now, because I feel I was nearing the edge of something. Time to stop. So I learned that I knew also when to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And this was this intuition I was getting. It's like this raising up of a whole new level of wisdom that's coming in for us. And then I looked over to my left, and I saw a scattering of people just sitting on the edge of a cliff top, just looking out, enjoying the view, just looking out and watching that view. And I just thought, we are up there. We are already up there.
Yes. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Tap into it through that meditation. Don't be afraid of the word meditation. Just stop, breathe, contemplate, close your eyes and drop into your heart. Bang, done. That's it.
Exactly
and
right.
if thoughts come through, just go, okay, thank you. You don't have to push them away or stop them. They might be trying to show you something or tell you something, unless it's the record player. But sometimes my visions will come through then, or I'll just have a sentence or a word and I'll go, got it. So, So that's nicely said, Nick. I like that dream. That was really cool. But Christina Kim's asked, are you having a boy? I'm not going to say it on here. If you want to put it on, you can. Otherwise we'll maybe we should all have guesses. See. So
I also think that sometimes, like when people don't know what the sex is of their baby, I've always thought that sometimes is because that parent doesn't want to know, because maybe that baby hasn't quite aligned itself yet.
Yeah, I agree. And I think when we're intuitive, we do tend to get a bit of a knowing anyway, about, oh, sorry, that was my cat just grabbed my foot. I think it's time to go because he's getting narky. And I've been away for 24 hours.
You have been, Marie. You've done an amazing job.
He does that. He just absolutely scares me and hurts me at the same time. All right. So and we're going to leave it there. But this was just the most beautiful, beautiful discussion. So Marie said she's thinking a baby girl. And Kylie just said Trevor. We call him Trevor when he's being naughty. So look, have a little guess, and if Christina wants to say it, then that's great. We can do this next time as well. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Just go with the magic, flow with your dragons, get out there and have fun.
Just switch off from what's going on out there in the world. Tune into what's happening in here, because that is creating the world you want to see, for sure.
Create our reality, absolutely.
And it's way more enjoyable.
Yeah. And Christina said, let's do it next time. I love that. Yeah, let's make it fun. We'll get everyone to have a go. So, all right. Love you all very much. Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Marie. Thanks, everybody. Love you all.